What's up? It's Rap Sheet Hollywood. We bring you the live, it's the freshest news in Hollywood, but of course with a hip hop flair. I'm your host, the incomparable Poop Diesel, and today we in Long Beach City. We right here live at the Active Supply Studios, and I got a special guest, man, the talented, the ill MC, Osbe Chill. My dude is on the rise. What's good, fam?
Man, all is well.
Man, I mean, you really been hitting the streets heavy. You know what I'm saying? There's a burgeoning West Coast hip hop scene right now, and you on that bubble right now. Like, you ready to blow, man. How's that feel?
Shit, I don't really look at it like that.
Okay.
You feel me? I just be grinding, bro.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it is what it is. That's how I look at it. I know I'm gonna just keep grinding on, staying in the same mentality.
Right.
I'm not really tripping. No matter, even if I was like, you feel me, super popping right now, like,
Yeah.
you know, on the charts and all that, I feel like I'm gonna still be like the same. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I don't really even do music for all that. I do music for the inspiration that it gives me and like my homies. You feel me? And shit like that.
See, no, that's important, man. I think that's important that you stay level, you stay on the grind, because it's easy. I mean, I see you blinging, you got the prolific chain, you got the death row chain. I mean, you can easily already kind of get into yourself, but you're staying focused, man. What helps you to stay on that grind? What keeps you grounded?
Shit, my family. Feel me? Knowing that I gotta take care of my son.
Right.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So, you know, I know your music. I've been really, following you. My man Shine kind of really put me on. He was like, yo, you gotta check out Osbe Chill. But there's some people that still don't really know, you know what I'm saying? And so, if you was gonna explain a little bit of your music, what would you say, your music is like? What is it, give a little description for somebody that maybe they haven't heard your joints.
I've been told soulful street music, you feel me? And I kind of like that term to explain my music. That's basically what it is, you feel me?
Right. A lot of, West Coast hip hop kind of gets pigeonholed as like it's a certain, of course we know the legacy of all the West Coast artists, but I think when you say soulful, you also kind of, your music, you got a love for the 90s hip hop, you got a love for the historical, gangstar, you got a lot of influence, man. So how does that kind of come out in your music where it's not just kind of what people can say is typical West Coast hip hop?
I think that's just like me, you feel me? Like, cause it's definitely West Coast hip hop, you feel me? Cause I'm from the West Coast.
Right.
I think that's just me, like, the person who I am, you feel me, being showed in the music, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's still West Coast though, like
Right.
It's just who I am, so I'm gonna express it like my way, you know what I mean? Like, I like a lot of East Coast rappers, so you feel me, you might find me on an East Coast sounding type of beat, you feel me, but it's gonna be still some West Coast shit, you feel me, because I'm from the West, you feel me?
Man, I think your style is universal, man. It has like, remnants of a little bit of everything, which is dope. I want to kind of go back to the beginning just a little bit, man. The Jungles, the Jays, you being born and raised, in LA, South Central. Kind of talk about, how that influenced you, and how that comes out in your music. Where you from?
I mean, just growing up over there, you feel me? I've been over there since a child, so it's just like, basically just like explaining the West. Like, I'm from, just how I explained being from the West Coast, that's what came out. I'm an individual from the jungle, so you feel me? You gonna hear, the jungles in my music regardless, because I'm gonna tell you the stories that, that I can tell you feel me? And shit that I've been through, and shit, you just gonna feel the whole vibe, like, cause that's my vibe, you feel me? I'm a baby stone, you feel me? So that's just my vibe.
Right. And so yeah, Osbe, I really wanted to just talk about, the politics. Obviously being affiliated, you can't really hide from where you're from. How does that affect, how you even move out here? Because, it's real. LA, it's Crips, Bloods, it's neighborhoods that don't get along with different hoods. Like, how do you navigate through all the terrain out in this jungle?
Shit, I think people just, you feel me, respect me, cause I be around enemies and all that. Like, I've been around some of my enemies and stuff like that. But like people just respect me for being just real, I guess. Like, and I'm always by myself too. Like, so it's like I'm never with like a gang of homies or nothing like that. You feel me? Like, so I guess people just look at that like, you feel me? Like, oh, this nigga solid nigga. You feel me? Like, but shit, I don't know. Yeah, I can't really determine how other people feel about what I'm doing or what they see me doing. But I know it don't be no funk as of right now. And I ain't really got into no funk like that. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's, you know, obviously there's all kind of stuff going on. You know, I'm looking at some of the
I fuck with a lot of people though, like Jay Stone.
All right.
You feel me? Like I fuck with Crips and shit. Like you feel me? Like I've been in the studio with Jay Stone before. You feel me? Like certain motherfuckers, AD. You know what I'm saying? I smoke with Snoop Dogg and some more shit. Like so.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you talked about Jay Stone, man. He got a dope project that's out right now. How did the passing of Nip, man? You know, Nip the Great. How did that kind of affect you? What did that do to you, knowing even how you move out here and knowing the legacy of what he kind of represented, man? How does that affect you?
Shit, that shit was crazy. You feel me? Like I definitely felt the energy shift. You feel me? When it happened, I didn't really know how to feel. You feel me? Like, but I know that I could feel the loss in hip hop though, for sure.
All right, man. So I gotta give you mad props. You know, Carmen Electra. You know, the Game's album, Born to Rap. You, Mozzie, and the Game. Yo, you snapped on your verse, man. Like that was one that it really made me be like, yo, like who is this cat? I almost was like, because you show so many styles in your verse, I was like, is that two different people? Like the way, you know, the first part and then how you kind of flipped it. So, yo, how did that came about, man? How did that, you know, you rocking with Game and Mozzie on that song? Yo, how'd that come about, that collab?
Well, shit, I already knew Game from like taking me on tour and shit in like 2016, you feel me?
Nice.
I was on the 1992 album too.
Right.
You feel me? I did like a little verse on there, you feel me? Then shit, speed up. Shit. I say I came back from tour, I fucking signed an Interscope. Then I had just left fucking with Interscope like at the beginning of this year, you feel me? And I started fucking with Game around this time last year again. Like I've been fucking with him periodically, but like back in the studio and shit, cause he was working on the Born to Rap, you feel me? Around this time last year I came in and I just was around and shit, hanging out, chilling, seeing the process, learning, you feel me? Like figuring shit out and shit from just being around. Like me and Game probably recorded like 6 tracks or some shit, you feel me?
Y'all got more heat?
Yeah, we got gang of shit, you feel me? Like, so just being around, you feel me? I guess that's how I ended up on the album, you feel me? Like, and then plus I already had a song with Mozzie too, so I guess the energy was just right that day, cause Mozzie came in, I already knew Mozzie, been in the studio with him, you feel me?
Right.
And then, you know, Game and shit, we just was recording, it's just like the homies in the studio, you feel me? Making some shit.
Right. Yeah, man, I think, you know, first off, that album is dope. We about to get into your album in a minute, but yeah, that Born to Rap, I think is just dope, and you came off on that, Mozzie. You know, I just feel like that's making major waves, and it's definitely gonna create some other things for you. What I was gonna ask you is, I also saw, you know, I've been checking your gram and saw you posted some pictures with Dr. Dre in the studio with Dre. Like, what's your relationship with Dr. Dre?
Shit, that was off of fucking with Game, you feel me? Like we was working on that song with Nipsey Hussle, you feel me? And the one that's on Born to Rap.
That's fire too.
Yeah,
like that's fire.
So you know, Dre was like, I guess mixing it, like he redid, like he didn't really redo the beat, he just like tweaked everything up, you feel me? Like put his Dr. Dre touch on it.
Right.
And shit, like I ended up you know, it was downtime and shit here and there, you feel me? Like, we was in the studio for like a couple days. And shit, he asked who wanna plug that shit up and play some shit. So I just had played my shit and he ended up fucking with me and shit, you feel me?
What?
Hell yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's crazy, like this nigga fucking with me. And shit, it was my birthday and shit too. And then shit, that's actually how I ended up getting this Death Row chain.
Yeah, tell us about.
Cause somebody is crazy, cause nigga, this is real. I probably ain't supposed to be saying. This
Give
is
us
real
exclusive.
shit, though.
You know what I'm saying? Rap Sheet Hollywood exclusive.
On me, this really was Dr. Dre's chain.
What?
You feel me? Somebody had made it for him, but Dre wasn't really fucking with the death row like that. You feel me?
Right.
And you know, he don't fuck with jury. Like, let me not say he wasn't fucking with death row like that. He wasn't fucking with jury. Period.
Okay.
You feel me? And shit, them niggas like Dre and Game kind of like looked at me and was like, shit, nigga, that's your shit, you feel me?
What?
And I'm like, damn, like, these niggas, that shit had to be like, I know this shit was probably like 10 bands or some shit like that.
Right.
I'm like, damn, this nigga just gave me a whole chain like it wasn't nothing.
What?
You feel me? But I would at least like kept it, you feel me, put it in the closet or something, like, you feel me?
Right.
That nigga said,
So I mean, that's you dealing with icons, you know.
So
what I'm saying?
yeah, I look at that
Dre,
shit. That's why I be
Game.
wearing this shit. I look at this shit like a trophy. You feel me?
Right,
For real.
That's dope. That just speaks to your grind, man. For you to even be in that position, like you said, just staying in the studio with these cats, staying working, and then it's starting to pay off.
Pulling up, cause I don't be driving and shit either. So I be paying hella money on Ubers, bro.
No, that's cool though. You know,
$200
sometimes you get messed up out here driving in LA, so it's better to just pop off the Uber and get to where you gotta go.
Though. Niggas need to know this shit.
You should probably get a discount though by now, you know.
For real.
You know, we work on some sponsorship. Uber, you know, need to hit us up on some sponsorship.
Lyft, one of y'all.
Oh, one of them.
I'm gonna make my own. You feel me? And then put y'all out of business.
I like the entrepreneurial thinking. So then, you know, let's talk about what is your label situation. I know you were signed to Interscope. I mean, you messing with Game. You know, you got the Prolific chain. You got the Death Row. What is your label situation?
Shit, I'm independent.
Okay.
Really, you feel me? Like, I fuck with Prolific though, you feel me? Of course. Like, but it's like I didn't sign a Prolific. Like, Game came to me and told me, he was like, well, he didn't come to me. I was in the studio and he kind of told me like he was thinking about starting a label, you feel me?
Right.
And I was ready to leave Interscope anyway, so I'm like, bro, I'm about to leave Interscope, you feel me? Like, I'll come sign to your label, like, you feel me? Like, fuck it. And he like, nah, nigga, like, I ain't trying to take your money and shit. Like, well, I want you to start the label with me. You feel me? So I'm like, oh, all right, bet. Like, you feel me? Even better. Like, so we just been building and shit on, you feel me? That's, you know, Prolific is just like some family shit, you feel me? Like, we just, you feel me? Keeping this shit in-house right now, and we just building, you know, and seeing, you know, how far we could take this shit, you know what I mean?
That's dope, man. That's real dope. So I want to get to your latest project, man, Brass Monkey, man. Like, you know, tell us maybe a couple of the joints that's your favorite joints on there. You know, what's your outlook on that? What do you think that album is gonna do for you?
I fuck with Outside. That's one of my favorite songs. And Hustler's Ambition. Cause the niggas that produced that beat, them niggas flew all the way from the UK. Paid for a session at fucking, what was we at? Paramount Studios, nigga. And paid me to do the song.
Oh wow.
You feel me?
Right.
And I put it out on my shit.
Right.
You feel me? If that's not no real shit right there, I don't know what is. So shout out to my nigga YC Beats and my nigga Hostile out there in the UK, you feel me? Niggas is family, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're my two favorite right there, you feel me? Oh, and I fuck with Brass Monkey too, the intro, you feel me? Like, it's like a little spoken word, feel me? Jungle vibe type shit, you feel me? Like, I actually recorded that at Game's house too. The studio at his house. Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
So y'all make sure y'all go check that right there. Stream that on all the platforms. Brass Monkey. You know, last thing I really want to touch on, man, is just, you know, and I've seen a few of your interviews, and I think that I wanted to just go a little bit deep, man. Of course, we know the affiliation, man, Baby Stones and everything like that. I know a lot of people that's from Chicago, and I wonder if you could just speak a little bit, you know, even like the T. Rogers and, you know, some of the other cats, but what is the connection between LA and then Chicago, you know, just on the Stones, the whole tip? Like, you know, what can you talk about that? What can you speak on that about?
I mean, all I'm gonna say is that the P Stones, Black P Stones, started in Chicago, you feel me?
Okay.
And that shit was like brought out here. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna speak on the set too much, you feel me?
Okay.
But that's where, you know, everybody know Jeff Fort started that in Chicago, you feel me?
Right.
For real. Black Peace Stone Rangers. You feel me?
Right. I know it gets deep, man. I know it's deep. That's what I say. You know, speak on how much you want to care to share. But I do want to talk about somebody that is from your hood that really kind of put on, man, and want to give him a little props. Just find out how that affected you, the cat Tiny M, man. Talk a little bit about, you know, what he meant, you know, to you and to, you know, everybody from your neighborhood.
He was motivation. You feel me? Like he basically is the Jesus, you feel me? Like, you know how Jesus, you feel me, you know, died for everybody's sins, or basically was showing you that there's other ways, you feel me?
Right.
To life, you feel me? Like, he basically was like the representation of that. Like y'all could do something else with this music, you feel me? It's, you know, get up out of here, you feel me? That was like, that's how I look at it, you feel me? I ain't gonna say for everybody over there, you feel me? But that's how I looked at it. Like, he rapping, you feel me? I'm like, I wanted to rap already. I was rapping, you feel me? But not really serious. And I saw that, like, he was booming and coming up, and I'm like, that really gave me the motivation to feel like I could do it too, you feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
Man, so it's 2020. It's a new decade coming. What can we expect, man, from Osbe Chill, man? What can people be on the lookout for? What should they expect in your trajectory? You know, like, you got stuff coming up. What's the outlook?
Man, all bangers.
Bang.
He rap. Feel me? Non-stop dropping shit. Videos, shows, everything. Merch, whatever, you feel me? Everything gotta go.
Everything gotta go, man. I love it. Yo, that's what it is, man. You know, let people know where they can find your social medias, man, where they can just get more of your music, get more of your, you know, find out what's going on with you. Let them know your joint.
OSBE Chill on all platforms, you feel me? You can just Google that. Google OSBE Chill, you feel me? You gonna see everything.
Yo, that's what it is, man. Yo, enough respect, man. Osbe Chill is in the building. Hey, y'all gotta go check him out, man. I'm really impressed with this dude. You know what it is, man. It's Rap Sheet Hollywood. We stay in the grind. We stay out here getting y'all that new. So you know what it is, man. Rap Sheet Hollywood, and guess what? Yo, we out.